This is Matt Krieger, CEO of Monkey Business, and I want to walk you through the process of becoming a monkey business owner. This process typically takes 3 to 12 months, and I'll explain why here. The first step is a quick intro call. This intro call will either be with myself or with Daisha Henshaw, our Director of Operations. And fair warning, neither Daisha or myself are salespeople. Daisha comes from an operations background, and I come from a financing background. So really, this is no pressure step in this process. During this call, we want to discuss your goals because it's important to us, and it's important to us during this entire process that your goals align with Monkey Business and vice versa. We want to make sure that we are a good fit for you and that you are a good fit for us. We also want to introduce you to Monkey Business. If you've been to a store, great. But if you haven't been, don't worry. One of the goals of this conversation is to make sure that you are a little bit more comfortable with what Monkey Business is and what we're about. The next step is our brand presentation. Every franchisor is required to have a franchise disclosure document, or an FDD for short. And that FDD is about 150 pages long, and it's a long legal document written by our lawyers. This document is going to explain everything you need to know, at least from a legal perspective, about a franchisor. But more importantly, it's going to explain to you what we expect of you and what you should expect of us. In order to help you through this document, we've included a brand presentation. The brand presentation is something that we've created that walks through some of the more finer points of the FDD. Once you've been through those two items, you'll have lots of questions. And don't worry, we've heard all the questions that you can possibly think of, and we honestly want to answer them as openly as possible. So any questions you have at this point in the process about Monkey Business, feel free to shoot them over to us or to discuss them with us on the phone. Once we're through the brand presentation and you have a better idea of if Monkey Business is a good fit for you, that's when we get into the financial pre-approval process. Now, I'm not going to lie, getting a business loan will be one of the harder things that you've ever had to go through. So to make it easier, we have partnered with a third-party financing partner. Now, this is not a company that we get a kickback through sending them clients or anything like that. Rather, this is a company that works strictly with franchisees. They're familiar with the Monkey Business concept. And they're essentially a small business administration loan broker, which means that they work with a lot of different lending institutions to make sure that we find the right fit for you and the right deal for you. What's really great about this partner is that by providing them just some small information, like your credit report, tax returns, and some things like that, they're able to tell you if they believe that you will be able to financially afford a Monkey Business, or really any business, in the near future. And that's important because neither you nor we want to go through this entire process and then find out at the end that we can't get financing for it. Once you've been approved for financing, or gotten that pre-approval, I should say, the next step is probably the most fun step in the entire process, which is discovery days. And to give you an idea, at this point, we're probably 30 to 45 days out from that initial intro call. Discovery days is a chance to fly out to Denver, Colorado and visit one of our corporate stores. But probably more importantly, it's a chance for us to meet face to face. You get to meet myself, Daisha, Ashley, who's our Director of Marketing, Brendan, who handles a lot of our real estate, Abby, who also manages our corporate stores. And you get to really sit down and talk with us and get a good feel for both us and what it's going to be like to be a Monkey Business owner. We talk through our marketing, we talk through a lot of our systems, operations, talk through what the real estate's going to look like, how you're going to have to build out your Monkey Business, and the steps included in that. And so really it's a good time to get a good feel of, is Monkey Business the right fit for you? And really this is the biggest final step that we have to determine if this is the right fit for you. Another important thing with Discovery Days is that you get to meet with our franchisees. And this isn't something where we're sitting in the room as well. This is something where you get to meet one-on-one with our franchisees and ask them anything that you want. And they're going to answer you openly and honestly, which we think is really important. After Discovery Days, we're going to ask that you sign a franchise agreement. Now, prior to signing the agreement, we think it's really important that you have your attorney review the franchise agreement and ask us any questions that they need to. Really, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that both you and your attorney are comfortable with the agreement that you're signing. Now, Monkey Business is unique. 99.9% of franchisors out there, upon signing the franchise agreement, are going to require that you pay the entire franchise fee. And really, quite frankly, we don't think that's fair. When you sign on to Monkey Business, we require that you make a small initial down payment of the franchise fee. And there's a couple really good reasons for that. The biggest being that up to this point, we have not started looking for real estate for you. Sure, we've done an initial look in the market to make sure that the real estate out there is in line with what we'd be looking for, but we haven't sat down and reviewed any properties in detail or toured any properties or really done any of the due diligence required to make sure that Monkey Business, the investment required in the real estate, is reasonable. So we ask for a small initial down payment to start the real estate process. And if we're not successful in the real estate process, a portion of that down payment is actually refundable. So at this point, you are now a Monkey Business franchisee. At this point in the process, we probably had that initial call about 60 days ago. So you might be asking, well, you said it was going to take 3 to 12 months to open up a Monkey Business, so what's the rest of the process? The biggest wild card in opening up your Monkey Business is the real estate process. And that can take anywhere between 6 weeks and 6 months. And that includes finding the real estate, negotiating that real estate with the landlord, talking with contractors to see if that real estate's suitable for a Monkey Business, and so on. And so it can be a long process. Once we've identified the real estate, negotiated the lease, and have secured that real estate, the construction process we have down. That's typically somewhere between an 8 to 12-week process, depending on the amount of effort required to open up a Monkey Business in the building that we're under contract for. At that point, it's time to open the store. So that's how the Monkey Business process works. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us along the way. We really are here to help. Thank you for listening.